AI did not make your content weak by making it worse. It made your content weak by making it look like everyone else. Why is that happening? Why are millions of creators using powerful tools only to produce the same polished emptiness? And if you do not understand this trap, your brand will not be destroyed by bad quality. It will be erased by sameness. Stay with this video, because you are about to learn how to use AI without losing the one thing the machine cannot reproduce: your human friction, the scar, the irregularity, the original pressure that proves a soul was here. In 2026, the internet is no longer starving for content. It is drowning in perfection. Perfect images, perfect voices, perfect scripts, perfect edits, perfect synthetic emotion. Every frame is polished. Every sentence is optimized. Every voice sounds smooth enough to disappear. And that is the horror most people do not see yet. The machine did not make content ugly. It made everything beautiful enough to become forgettable. This is the threat of homogenization, the silent convergence of human expression into machine-approved sameness. At first, it feels like progress. You finally have tools that can make you look professional. NeuroVow can render the impossible. Minimax can speak with cinematic control. AI can polish your weakest idea into something presentable. For a moment, it feels like liberation. No studio, no crew, no gatekeeper, no permission. You type the prompt, the machine obeys, and suddenly you are no longer technically limited. But when everyone receives the same liberation, the liberation mutates into a new prison. Because the barrier is no longer access, the barrier is distinction. The question is no longer, can you create something beautiful? The question is, can anyone recognize that it came from you? This is where most creators begin to lose themselves. They follow the template. They copy the pacing. They imitate the hook. They borrow the aesthetic. They use the same prompt language, the same cinematic lighting, the same emotional structure. And because the output looks good, they mistake resemblance for excellence. But resemblance is not excellence. Resemblance is the beginning of disappearance. You wanted leverage, but you did not realize leverage could erase your fingerprints. You wanted speed, but you did not realize speed could outrun your own taste. You wanted polish, but you did not realize polish could sand away the wound that made your work alive. The machine can optimize your output. It cannot suffer your life. It can imitate a voice. It cannot inherit a scar. It can simulate emotion. It cannot remember the night that broke you. It can generate a style. It cannot pay the price that created your point of view. And that price is where your originality begins. Most people do not understand originality. They think originality means being strange for attention. But originality is not decoration. Originality is pressure that survived. It is the shape your mind took after impact. It is what remains after failure, shame, hunger, rejection, discipline, and time compressed you into a distinct signal. That signal is not always smooth. Sometimes it is rough. Sometimes it is imperfect. Sometimes your best sentence is not the cleanest sentence. It is the sentence only you could have written. Sometimes your best image is not the most cinematic image. It is the image carrying your private tension. Sometimes your best voice is not the most flawless voice. It is the voice that still contains a human pulse. That is human friction. part of your work that resists complete automation. The part that makes the viewer feel there is a person behind the system. The part that prevents your content from becoming another polished ghost in the machine. In the old world, imperfection was the enemy. In the AI era, certain imperfections are proof of life. Do not misunderstand this. This is not permission to be careless. Low standards are not authenticity. Sloppiness is not soul. Laziness is not humanity. NeuroVow does not worship imperfection. It protects the right imperfection. The imperfection that carries memory, the friction that carries identity, the scar that carries truth. Your job is not to reject the machine. Your job is to prevent the machine from sterilizing you. Use AI for speed. Use AI for scale. Use AI for execution. But never let AI decide what your wound means. Never let AI smooth your anger until it becomes harmless. Never let AI clean your grief until it becomes marketable emptiness. Never let AI polish your voice until your audience can no longer hear you inside it. The new pollution is not bad content. The new pollution is flawless sameness. It enters the feed quietly. Perfect thumbnail, perfect pacing, perfect voice. And then it disappears from memory because nothing inside it resisted the algorithm. No unusual angle, no lived wound, no dangerous conviction, no human edge. Just sterile competence, beautiful, efficient, dead. This is why your content may look better than ever and still fail to matter. It is not because the quality is too low. It is because the identity is too diluted. Your work has been optimized until the person behind it became invisible. And invisibility is fatal for a creator trying to build an empire. An empire is not built from output alone. It is built from a recognizable signal repeated with force. A worldview, a scar, a rhythm, a refusal, a way of seeing that cannot be mistaken for another. If the viewer can replace you with any other creator using the same tool, you do not have a brand. You have a production account. And production accounts die when the next wave of prettier output arrives. But a distinct mind survives tool changes. A distinct mind can use VAO, Minimax, editing systems, automation, and still remain unmistakable. Because the machine is not the identity. The machine is the amplifier. And an amplifier without a signal only makes the emptiness louder. So here is the protocol. The human friction protocol. First, audit the sameness. Look at your last 10 pieces of content without mercy. Where do you sound borrowed? Where do you look templated? Where did you choose polish over presence? Second, identify the borrowed voice. Find the phrases, rhythms, visuals, and emotions that are not truly yours. Not because influence is evil, but because unconscious imitation is the beginning of erasure. Third, preserve one scar. Keep one human irregularity in every important piece of work. A personal angle, a hard-earned belief, a strange metaphor, a tension the template would remove. Fourth, stop over-polishing. Refine the work until it is clear, not until it is sterile. There is a point where editing no longer improves the work. It only removes the person. Fifth, build a signature scar, a recognizable mark that tells the audience, this could only come from you. It may be your language, your pacing, your visual logic, your moral tension, your refusal to sound safe. Protect it, repeat it, sharpen it. Let the machine serve it, not erase it. The future will not belong to the creator with the most perfect output. It will belong to the creator who can remain human at scale. The creator who uses the machine without becoming machine-shaped. The creator who understands that perfection is common now, presence is not. So do not become a polished clone, become unmistakable. Leave one scar the machine cannot clean away. Protect the friction, preserve the soul, command the system without surrendering the signal. Your humanity is not a flaw in the system. It is the last unfair advantage. Take the vow. Silence. Clean, futuristic drone fades out.